All right, so number 7, Lady of the Needles has a question. What are your thoughts about what is happening at Asbury? So someone told me about this, texted me about this, and they were like, have you heard about this? And this was like 5 or 6 days ago, maybe. And I was like, no, Asbury Seminary? It was 5 days ago. I hadn't heard anything about it. And they go, well, it's blowing up on social media. And I was like, well, I haven't really been paying attention to social media much at all, which is, I'm not trying to act like I'm righteous for that. I just haven't been. And so I looked into it a little bit, and in the days since then, I've seen it everywhere. So apparently at Asbury Seminary, which is in Kentucky, I think it is. There's claims that there's a big revival going on, and they've had now for maybe 11 days or maybe 11 or 12 days. There's just been like a constant chapel service, and this chapel service has had large numbers of people at it, just worshiping and praising. And I don't really know all that's going on there, but it's got quite a stir. Okay, sometimes in the morning there's only a few people there, and other times in the evenings, or other times there's just masses, like where they can't even fit in the building. People are spending busloads of people over to the seminary to be part of the revival, and there's people that are coming in from, like, say, Bethel, or like some guys like just put it out there, totally horrible individuals. I say this with justification. Todd Bentley, who is evil. That man has been coming, and he does things in the name of Christ, and he's total fake bad guy. Just reality. I've never done a video on him. I don't really care to, but at any rate, he's going out there. So people are like, oh, they're worried about where this will go. Is it authentic? Is it not? I have no idea. Like, how much do I know other than what I've picked up here and there on social media? Or I see a video of one guy on a microphone who's like just an attendee, and he asked to speak, and they gave him the mic for a minute, and he says a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, am I supposed to take that as representing this whole thing? Others saying like, hey, God's working, God's doing great things. I don't know. I would only caution you guys, resist the need to come to a quick judgment on things you know very little about, including like this thing right here. I hope it's genuine. I hope it's really a work of God's Spirit. Even if it is genuine, that doesn't mean it doesn't come with a mess or with other people coming in, and so we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But even then, I don't know. There's other historic revivals people talk about. Oh, there's this supposed Toronto blessing. I've never looked into it. I've only heard people mention it. I don't know. I don't have a judgment on it because I don't know. And I haven't spent the time looking into it. So I'm saying I don't know, and I'm okay with that. I don't feel like I have to have a judgment call on it. You don't have to have a judgment call on it. It doesn't really affect you, does it? If it's of God, then awesome. Praise the Lord. If it's not, then may God give us wisdom if there's any involvement we should have, or why we should bother feeling like we have to weigh in on it. This is not to say others don't have a right to weigh in on it. Maybe that's what the Lord has them doing. It's just not something on my radar. I'm just, cool. Is that a revival? Awesome. That's great. If that's genuine. And even if it is genuine, that doesn't mean it's all 100% good. So I'm okay with just not judging.